All right, we're going to be looking at some music, sheet music from sheetmusicdirect.us, I believe. It's the Pink Panther. This is the easy piano or big note piano or something like that. It's available through many places, but Sheet Music Direct is where I got it. And with this one, we're going to be in bass clef for both hands throughout the whole piece. We're not going to do a demonstration on this piece. In this video, this is only going to be looking at treble spots, so make sure that you're getting started off on the right foot. In the left hand, that note way down there is a C sharp. Your right hand is a G sharp. First line G, and it's sharp, all right? So they're a fifth apart, and you've got so we have that little chromatic line going up a half step, half step, half step, rest, rest. Then it does it again. Then we get to measure 8. The left hand's going to take that all over by itself. This same pattern is going to be, you can use any finger. I mean, it says 1 and 5, which works fine, but I don't think I always play it that way. Oh my goodness. Why do I do these things? Sorry about that. All right, so that's what we have in measure 8. But we have to make sure that when we get to the third note of that pattern, we start the melody in the right hand. It starts on D sharp. So we've got all right, that's just D sharp, E, F sharp, G, and then again. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the right hand melody right there from 8 on to 15. One tricky part might be 14 going into 15. You have a tie on the last triplet into a dotted half note on E. And you're coming off of a tie, so you don't play on beat 1, or you don't have a note that starts on beat 1 and measure 14, 13, 14, or 15. So we've got starting back again at 8. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. So I lied about measure 13. You do play on beat 1. That's when you go to the B flat. All right. Let's look at measure 12 slowly. We're coming off of E and B and E, and then you've got a descending line in the left hand, and it has some finger suggestions marked in there. I don't care what you use, but that goes along with. Here it is slowly. E and E flat. D and G. Left hand D flat, right hand B. Going to C in the left hand and B flat. All right, pretty cool little line. Then back measure 16. All that happens again. Except measure 20, instead of going down contrary motion left or down in the left and up in the right, we're going parallel up. So measure 20, we're coming off of this. Left hand has D, D sharp, E, F. So it's just chromatic, make sure you hit every note. And then the right hand, you've got so you're going to hit this A to E flat, nice little diminished fifth, tritone, augmented fourth deal. Beautiful sound. That happens with the F in the left hand. All right. So we're looking at measure 20 to 21, starting on the 3rd, 8th note. We've got E and D to G and D sharp. Then we have E in both hands, and then F in the left hand, and A and E flat in the right hand. All right, here we go. take a look at that until you get that right and figure out which fingering pattern you're going to use for that. Going into 24, we go back to the little pattern with our left hand and the right hand. Oops. Everything there as we had at measure 8 through 15. Let's look at measure 32. Then we have this little grace note. It's a D sharp with a slash through it. So that's going to happen before the beat. On beat 2 is that E. So we've got... That's if we don't have the grace note, but we need to make sure that we hit a little... Alright, we have an accent, and I can't tell what's on top of that stuff. There's some kind of symbol I can't tell. It's too jumbled in there. Measure 32. And then where are we? Then you have a descending line starting on E flat and B flat, going down to C and G. So let's go right there on measure 40. E flat, A, B flat. And then it's going to come back with that same line on measure 41. Then the one going up. Then our hands are going to move up. Left hand's going to take over this and play E and G. And the right hand's going to play a B major chord. B, D sharp, and F sharp. F sharp's not marked, but it is in the key signature. All right, so let's go from 33. And then this is forte. And it says pedal, but that's not really going to matter. I mean, what's the difference? It does a little more ringing. No big deal. All right, so there's a lot to this one, but it's very repetitive. You got the sheet music. I mean, you need the sheet music to play along with this one. But it's a fun, nice little piece. And so...